Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're going to be jumping right into some MegaMek. We are picking up exactly where we left off last week with the initiative phase for round 9. We are trying to rescue Wyvern. We're currently at 94%, almost 95% of our forces. Hey Varang, glad you can make it. And yes, here I am. We might also be getting a visit from Mr. McGorilla. So that would be cool. But he said work was kind of busy right now, so he might not be able to. But yeah, we are picking up right where we left off at 94, almost 95% of our forces. Team 2 is down to 65% of their forces. We have lost initiative going into round 9, and let's check things out. The battle is definitely taking place on the northern part of this map. So actually, I feel like... Yeah, let's go full size with this mini-map. We do have, this is the Nova Cat, Shadow Cat, making his escape up to the north side. Over here, we've got, let me see if I can, nope, I'm gonna have to move this. Over here, we've got a Blackhawk / Nova who just lost his right torso. And right arm. He is, I believe, going to be, so he is now officially crippled, so he is going to be going into forced withdrawal as well. However, if we can salvage this Blackhawk, we can get an Ultra Autocannon 5 and some ammunition out of it, and maybe even a large pulse laser. That would be cool. So if we get a chance, we might end up chasing him down. Down here in this corner, we've got a Mongoose, which is starting to take damage. Actually, he's in pretty rough shape. If you look, like he's still got most of his green bars, but when you go to view, he is in pretty rough shape, it looks like. Yeah, his center torso is down to 7 points, and his right arm is gone. His right torso has taken a smidge of damage as well. Looks like a single point. Oh, that probably transferred in from the right arm, if I recall. So moving on, we've got a Puma over here. And that Puma has an ER large laser, 4 streak SRMs, and an Ultra Autocannon 5. We also have, it looks like, some elementals starting to make a flanking maneuver. I did not see those last time we played. We have just a horde more of elementals over here in this corner. And oh, Gribbly's here. Hello. How are you? Glad you could make it. I was actually just about to mention how Gribbly had suggested changing Princess's settings to maybe make these elementals a little more aggressive. So we are going to do that when we replace Princess. Since you're here, actually, if you get a chance, could you tell me if you want to spice things up? I can play the op for it. Oh, I don't think that'll be necessary. But I am going to set Princess up in the was it Berserk version 2 was the setting that you suggested? And I was gonna ask, would it be better, do you think, to just put the elementals on a separate princess bot with that setting, or would it be better to just give all of her mechs and elementals that setting? So if you'd like to weigh in on that, just let me know. Down here in their back ranks, we also have a Pouncer, which has 6 ER medium lasers, and I think some LRMs? Nope, SRMs. Can you separate them without being in the lobby? I believe I can. I've never done it before, but I can try. Let's go to edit bots. No. Can we add a player? Game options? No. No, actually, it might not be possible to do. Berserk version 2 is fine for everything. Princess just isn't as tentative as usual. Yeah, I guess tentative is a good word for how she's been acting. Mainly, I want to continuing my tour of the battlefield. The Galahad. The Galahad I was saving for last because he is basically our primary target. He's got 2 Gauss rifles and he's getting hits on 6s against some of our mechs. So he has got to go. We've already taken some pot shots at him with Hoser and some other mechs. But yeah, let's see if we can't figure out how to. There may be an add player option /add. Okay, let's try help and see what happens. We've got help command for help on a specific command. Commands available. Allow GM, allow team change, check BV team, defeat entity, export list, fix elevation, GM, help join team, kick, list entities, list saves, load, local save, Nova, nuke, replace player, reset, roll, ruler, save, see all, single blind, skip, T, tile, traitor, valid targets, victory, and who. Need to play around with the traitor command. Yeah, I figured that was the most likely bet, but if you're saying it would take a while, then I think I'm going to hold off on that. Let's go ahead. We will edit bots. We will replace with princess, and we will use setting Berserk version 2. Angry Horde is what it's called. With high levels of I fear nothing and it's only a flesh wound. Berserker maxed out. Don't leave me relatively high, and Highway Menace rather than never takes a risk. Okay. So that is going to be our princess settings. Oh man, that Galahad. I really, really want to take that Galahad out before he can headcap someone. I think most of our people still have plenty of edge, with a couple of exceptions. I think, who's in the Hunchback? That was, MekHQ only has 1 point of edge. So if he starts taking heavy fire, that could be a problem. That said, Petra is still relatively fresh. Oh, I was gonna do, if the OPFOR was all a single group. I think you already popped the highest damage enemy. Then that would be the Shadowcat. The Shadowcat was our highest battle value opponent. He was at 3,200 battle value. He is currently crippled and withdrawing, which, if you ask me, is kind of a cop-out, because he still has, you know, well, he's still got his right torso and right arm. So he's at half of his damage output. He could have stayed in the fight. But I can understand why he wouldn't want to. With an XL engine, I believe, which has already taken 2 hits. Let me double check that before I go spewing some BS. Yeah, he's taken 2 engine hits already. He's his LRM ammo is well, he still has more than, well, half of his LRM ammo and half of his LRMs, and his medium laser. So he could have stayed in the fight. He just didn't want to. Big old chicken. Let's see. Hoser, of course, has not taken any damage yet, hanging out in the back ranks. We've got the Orion here has taken a fair bit of damage, but not too much. Looks like a large laser to the left leg, maybe a couple points to the right arm, and a little bit to the center torso. Our Grasshopper's in pretty rough shape. That's Ash, with the medium laser and medium range specialist. She is about to lose her right arm, but honestly, how big of an issue would that be? There's nothing in that right arm except 1 medium laser. Hoser needs to share some armor a bit, take some hits. I don't think Varang Varank would be happy with that. He likes his armor to stay pristine. We do have a Cronus over here, which is also in good shape. We've got the Blackjack hasn't taken any damage. The other Cronus has only taken, looks like, a large laser to the arm. Earl is about to lose his leg, so Earl definitely wants to be backing up right now, and he's going to back up the full 3 hexes so he can be kind of evasive. The Stalker, Tugyu, has taken a significant amount of armor damage. But honestly, at this point, that might not be terrible. Considering the left flank, we're only looking at an elemental, one squad of elementals and a Puma. I think he does need to use some armor, but not against elementals. Why? You've got no ammo. Assault mechs lead from the front. We should make the MekHQ. I think Hoser is generally a fast turret. Yeah. Hoser has definitely not done a lot of moving this match. He's currently overheated, so he's only got 3 movement points. We could advance. I'd actually really like to get Hoser Mountaineer if we could, but I think that's like 60 XP. It's at least 40, maybe 60. But yeah, that would be a cool ability. Let's hold off on moving Hoser for the time being. Tugyu advance to here, or where can we get eyes on that elemental? We would have to run, and we would have to go to there. That's the only place we can see the elementals from. And that would be medium range for everything, at least everything that we would be firing. He is as evasive as he's gonna get with a 3 jump. So with Tugyu, that would be a 4, 5, 6 for running, 7, 8 for their movement. Nine, 10 for the woods. We could get him on 10s, I think. But we do have natural aptitudes, so we're more likely to get 10s than we would otherwise be. Still not super likely. But yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll have the Phoenix Hawk move to reinforce, or actually, the Phoenix Hawk might be hunting down this Black Hawk. Use his armor, that's what it's there for. I don't know about all that. I was planning on keeping Hoser in the back and just sniping elementals as at the highest rate possible. As a matter of fact, we got these guys at long range, which for you is only a +2. Dang. I know I had a frog in my throat all last week, and I thought I was over it, but it seems like it's coming back. So I do apologize if my voice gets a little rough, or if I do have a fair amount of coughing. Just trying to clear that out. Let's see. The Mongoose has not moved yet. These other elementals and the Koshi, which has an ER large and an ER medium. Gundog. Gundog. I was looking at Gundog earlier, and I really think maybe there's a bit much rear armor on this mech. Considering that he's got almost as much rear armor on the side torsos as front armor, and the center torso is at about 2/3 as strong as the front. Might be worth maybe swapping a couple points over, because he doesn't take a lot of back shots. I don't like letting Gundog take a lot of fire from the rear because he can't torso twist. I tend to keep him a little further back. And last but not least, the Hunchback. Hunchback can move up to here and I think start shooting at these elementals with his PPC. We can always back up next turn. We can back up faster than they can advance. So that's something to be aware of. Okay, I think that helped. Hoser, yeah, Hoser's gonna go ahead and stand still. He's not even gonna be a mobile turret this turn, he's just gonna be a turret. Yarvik will advance at a run into these woods, try to be a little bit evasive. Can always back up next turn. Ash, I would like to hold off on. This is the Mark II, that's Davi? Davi. Yeah, Davi, I would like to wait on. Petra. Petra running hot? Petra is not running hot. It's just 2 elevation changes, that's why. We can run. Do we want to go up the elevation? Because then we would have to back up across the elevation next turn, and that means a PSR. I think actually we're gonna sit tight this turn, lob some LRMs, and use his armor. That's what it's there for. Hoser's okay with that. Yeah, no, that's Hoser is definitely going to be remaining stationary and trying to get the best shots he can on those elementals as they try to approach. That's how that's going to happen. Ash, Tsubasa, and Longsword. Let's go ahead and have Longsword back up to here. No. Back up to here. Turn this way, and then back up to here. Yeah, there we go. Did not want him to be sidestepping. I wanted him to face the mongoose. Ash we're waiting on. The Cronus we're waiting on. The Phoenix Hawk we're waiting for the Nova. Tsubasa's waiting on the mongoose. Stiletto. Stiletto is actually pretty far ahead of the rest of our team. Might be worth pulling back to right into this area, maybe. Maybe taking some long-range shots down this corridor at those guys. Yeah. This is Stiletto, who has hopping jack, but not jumping jack. So yeah, let's go ahead. We'll jump into this spot, maybe. Or maybe this spot. Yeah, we can get one of those elementals into medium range with the large laser. We'll do that. Let's see, the mongoose still hasn't gone. The Black Hawk still hasn't gone. And we're down to 4 max. We've got the Grasshopper, the Cronus, Blackjack, and the Phoenix Hawk. Tsubasa, I think, might also be advancing over to here to take some shots at these guys. And then we can always jump back next turn. I saw the Nova move, which means our Phoenix Hawk can get in behind him. Do we want to get in behind him, or do we want to get on his left side? I think we want to get on his left side. Turret mode activated. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's get on his left side, and maybe we can take him out with an engine destruction. He has an XL engine, right? Yeah, if we can take out his left torso, which is only 7 points. So our large laser or both mediums, Or even our large laser to his arm would take out the left torso. I would like to try to save the left arm for that large pulse laser, but yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's take some shots at him. Oh, the Koshi has advanced. Let's see if we can get Ash 6 hexes. Yeah, Ash at 6 hexes is super useful. That is her ideal range with those lasers. That's medium range for the large lasers, and that's medium range for the medium lasers, which she's also specialized in. So, yeah, let's go ahead and move her to there. The right arm only has a medium laser. If we lose that medium laser, we're going to be running a little cool, so we're going to have to throw in the third large laser every once in a while. As long as no one gets behind us and takes out our left torso, I think we're okay. Wonder where that mongoose is going to go. We've got Davi and the Cronus to respond to the mongoose. And the mongoose, of course, gets to go last. Davi, what abilities do you have? You've got Some Like It Hot. You do not have Hopping Jack. You do not have Jumping Jack. Let's get you... Thought we had enough movement points to get into those woods, but we don't. Let's go ahead and back up to there. Let's see what this mongoose does. The mongoose had already lost an arm. Was it his, that was a medium laser arm, so he still has an ER large. Did anyone make any PSRs during the movement phase? I wonder. The Galahad running and turning, the Man-O-War running and turning, and the Black Hawk standing up. Needs a 4, gets a 7. Alright. Let's see. Hoser does not have eyes on the mongoose. Dang, no one is gonna have eyes on the mongoose. He moved far. We've got the Galahad on 6s. That's gonna be 6s and 4s, I think. 6s and 5s, because it is extreme range. Great. We'll do 6s and 4s. Is it worth 5 heat to do a 7? At extreme range, that's not even a full damage. 5 heat would slow us down. No. No, I think I want him to be able to back up next turn and be a little evasive. So we're going to hold off on the ER medium. We'll just do the PPCs this turn. We'll follow that with the Hunchback. Oh, Earl is taking fire from the Man-O-War, which is what? LB5X? Pair of LB5Xs needs 7s. Let's see. We've got the Man-O-War on 11s. We've got the Galahad on 12s with the Hunchback, with the Ultra. With the PPC, we've got him on 9s and him on an 8. Yeah, I think we're going to follow up those PPCs with an 8. And maybe a pair of 10s. That'll go 2 heat over. Yarvik. These elementals have taken some damage. They're down to 4 guys. We've got them on 12s. We've got the Man-O-War on a 10. We've got the Galahad on an 11. The Man-O-War is a big, heavy sucker, but he's got such a big engine, he doesn't really have much in the way of weaponry. He's got 10 points worth of autocannon and 12 SRMs, as well as an ER small, which is another 5 points of damage, which is not nothing. The Man-O-War looks like it's going to be our best shot, so we'll go ahead and take a shot with the 10. I'll do a 10 with the LRMs and a 12 with the SRMs, which are not going to fire. We don't have anything else that we can hit with our medium lasers, so that's going to be it. Let's see. We'll start over here with Tsubasa. With 2 large lasers on the Koshi on 6s. We'll throw in an... We'll skip one of the larges. And if we can land 2 of these 8s, it'll be worth it. Let's see, we'll do Stiletto next, I think. We've got Stiletto shooting at the Koshi on 7s. That'll be 7s all around. We'll go 4 heat over to fire everything. And then last but not least, we've got Ash at the Koshi on 8s and 6s. That'll be 2 larges. And all 4 mediums on 6s. Do we give up a 6 for an 8? That'd be 26, 34. 3 more damage, but only 40% chance versus like 70% chance. No, that's not worth the heat. Let's see. This Kronos cannot hit the Mongoose. No one can hit the Mongoose apparently. Except maybe, no, Earl's not gonna be able to see him either. Actually, Earl. Who is Earl gonna shoot at? Probably the Man of War. Maybe the Galahad. Let's go back to the Koshi real quick. We've got him on 8s with the large, 10s, and a 10 with the SRM. Okay. So that's everyone that's shooting at the Koshi. Earl, let's recalibrate. Let's go back to the Galahad. We've got him on a 10. We've got him on a 12. And a 10 with the LRMs. And actually, let's twist that way. We've got him on a 10, we've got him on a 12, we've got him on 10. And then the medium lasers, we can maybe fire at the Blackhawk on 11s. I know he has low profile, so these are not going to do much damage. So we'll go heat neutral. Let's see, the Stalker at the Puma on 8s, which is not as good as I was hoping at this kind of range. The Pouncer on 12s, the Elementals on 13s. So that is definitely going to be the Puma on 8s with all the short range stuff. That's going to be both larges, all the mediums, and both SRMs. That'll put us 2 heat over, which is fine. Petra. I'd like to take out the Galahad as well. We've got him on 9s. That's not bad. We do have the Man of War on 8s, which is significantly better. We've got the Elementals on 10s, which is significantly worse. Man of War is much less of a threat than the Galahad, though. I'm gonna take the worst shot. We'll take the 9s, we'll do the LBX. And then the Man of War, we can take a trio of 12s. I don't want to burn too much heat on that, so I'm going to keep the SRMs out of the mix. Longsword has the Koshi on an 8. Has the Elementals on 9s. These Elementals, the second ones here, Squad 7, I think. Those guys, yeah, an LBX would be super effective against that squad. So that is what we're gonna do. Even on a 9, if we can land that LBX, that would do so much good. We've got him on a 10 there. And then we can do the Koshi on 13s. That's not going to happen. The Mongoose is taking our left side, which is our strong side. So that should be okay. Last but not least, the Phoenix Hawk. Actually, it is kind of least. We've got him on 4s. Oh, that is so nice. Let's see if we can hit him in the arm or the side torso with something, anything. If we can crit on that engine, he's done for. Alright, let's see what the dice say. Hoser at the Galahad hits him in the right torso with an ER PPC, crits on a heatsink, whoop-de-doo. PPCs to the right and left arm, critting on nothing, but his left arm is down to 7 structure. If we can take out his left arm, that would be one of the Gauss rifles out of action, which would be lovely. The Man-O-War hits Earl in the left torso with an LB5X on a 7 for down to 16 armor there. The Pouncer at the Stalker, missing on a quartet of 8s. The Hunchback hits the Galahad in the centered torso with that big old PPC, down to 0 armor. Ooh, that Galahad is in trouble. He's still got 20 structure on that CT. Looks like he did lose the left arm at some point, and the right torso is down to 10. We'll see how that happens. The Galahad, returning fire at Petra, hits her in the left torso for 15, down to 15 armor left. The Orion at the Man-O-War hits him in the left leg with the LBX, hits him with 9 LRMs. That is not going to be enough for a PSR. Hit him in the right arm and the left leg, critting on his hip and his foot. That is going to be enough for a PSR. Some good hits. Oh, yeah. Very nice hits. That is 3 for 3 on 6s and 5s. For a total of 18 plus 15, 33 damage. So 33 plus 15 is 48. So that's going to be a +2 to his PSR already. And he didn't cause a PSR on Petra yet. The Orion, like I said, hit the Man-O-War in the left leg, critting on his hip and his foot. That is going to be 2 PSRs against the Man-O-War at +4 penalty for the hip and the foot, I believe, or is it +2 for the hip? So total +3. The Mongoose hits Gundog in the rear left leg with the ER large laser for 8, down to 22, and a medium laser to the right torso down to 10. From the left side, hits the right torso, go figure. The Koshi hits the Grasshopper. Would have hit him in the head with that ER large laser, but Edge redirects that to the left leg. And then an ER medium to the left torso, critting on a heatsink. So she is going to be running a bit warm this turn. The Blackjack at the Koshi hits him in the right torso with the ER large. Hits with 2 medium lasers, which makes it worth it. Well, almost worth it. That's 7 points of damage, considering one of them glanced off the center torso down to 8 armor. The other one hits the left leg. The Cronus hits the Koshi in the left arm with a medium pulse laser, destroying the left arm, and the right arm takes another medium pulse laser down to 2 structure. The Elementals firing at Ash need an 11. They get a 7, so they missed. The Elementals firing at Ash need an 11, get a 6, so they also missed. Grasshopper at the Koshi hits him in the center torso with a large laser, down to 0 armor. Medium laser to the right arm, destroys that and transfers into the right torso, critting on his jump jet and his engine. Medium laser glances off the head for 2 damage, down to 7, and forcing Chizumi's first consciousness check. Medium laser to the right torso, destroys the right torso as well. So that is right torso gone. Left arm gone. That is, oh, well, he is totally disarmed. The Koshi is harmless at this point, unless he comes in for a kick. The Elementals firing at Ash miss on a 10. The Cronus at the Koshi missing on 8s and 10s as well. The Elementals firing at Ash miss on a 12. Earl at the Galahad on 10s and 12s and 11s misses with at the Galahad and the Blackhawk, missing with everything. No real surprise there. The Elementals at the Hunchback, missing on a 12. I think Berserk version 2 might have been a little aggressive because they're firing their SRMs on shots that are not going to hit. 12s and 11s and 10s. They should be holding on to those for just a little while longer, I think. The Stalker at the Puma hits him in the right arm and the center torso with large laser fire, down to 4 and 8 in those locations. The medium lasers to the right leg down to 9, center torso down to 6, left torso down to 7, right torso down to 7, and 6 SRMs to the right leg mainly, down to 3 armor. The right arm is down to 2, left arm is down to 10, right torso is down to 5. The Elementals missing Ash on a 12 with the SRMs. Petra coming in to finish off the Galahad's left arm with the LB-10X on a 9. Destroys the left arm, transfers into the left torso, and blows off the left arm with the critical hit. That's kind of useless. Now these Elementals at Tugyu hit... Needed an 8, got a 9, landed 7 missiles, including 1 to the head. Tugyu takes his first consciousness check, which he barely passes with a 3. Center torso, left leg, left torso, left arm is down to 13 structure, right arm is down to 6 armor, right leg is down to 23. Let's see. Longsword and the Gundog with the LBX does land 8 LBX pellets to Trooper 4, which kills him. Trooper 1 is down to 1 armor. Trooper 2 is dead. Trooper 5 is down to 3 armor. So that was very effective. Killed 2 guys and left 2 more within a medium laser of being dead. The Puma hits Tugyu in the right arm with an ER large laser, critting on his upper arm actuator, and some streaks to the left arm and right leg. Excuse me. And a flamer to the left torso, down to 11. Phoenix Hawk at the Black Hawk hits him in the left leg. Glancing blow, down to 14. Medium laser to the center torso, down to 3. Medium laser to the left arm, destroys the left arm. Transfers into the left torso, crits on his machine gun. Small laser to the left torso, does not get the crit. Small laser to the right leg, leaves him with 3 armor. The Puma took 40 plus, needs a 6 to stay standing, gets a 9. The Koshi took 40 plus, needs a 6 to stay standing, gets an 11. The Galahad needs a 6, gets the 6. The Man-O-War needs a 7, gets a 6. Falls down, takes 8 damage to the left and right torso, still holding strong. Does force Martina's piloting check, which she fails, and needs a consciousness check, which she narrowly succeeds at. Tugyu, 20 plus damage, needs a 5, gets a 3. Falls down, takes 9 damage to the center torso, goes from 22 to 13 real quick. And Tugyu barely avoids damaging himself as well in the fall. So Tugyu is prone, that's less than ideal. Need to work on his piloting, I think, more than his gunnery at this point. No physical attacks. The Koshi is up to 12 heat. So that's what, 2 engine hits? But he's going to be in withdrawal. Ash is at 1 heat. The Pouncer is at 8 heat. The Pouncer is undamaged. The Pouncer has a slew of ER mediums and SRMs. Pouncer might be our next biggest target behind the Galahad. Galahad's actually down to 1 Gauss rifle. The Man-O-War is at 0 heat. Tsubasa is at 1 heat. Stiletto is at 4 heat. Tugyu is up to 2 heat. The Petra is up to 1 heat. And Machuski in the Hunchback is up to 2 heat. Alright. Initiative. I'm thinking initiative. We've won initiative. We actually rolled at 12 plus our bonus of 3. We're at 93%. Team 2 is at 51.9%. Are we going for 2/3? Are we going for half? Are we going for 3/4? We'll see. Wouldn't mind taking out the Nova. Wouldn't mind taking out the Shadowcat. but the Shadow Cat's pretty far gone, and he's got Mask, so he's gonna be out of here real soon. The Mongoose is kind of a problem. The Pouncer is kind of a problem. The Galahad is kind of a problem. The Elementals are kind of a problem as well. We will have Petra will. Does Petra need to back up? Or can Petra advance? We can get a bunch of guys at medium range. Yeah, we will. I think we'll wait on the Galahad if we can. Longsword, let's just go ahead and advance. Or armor. Armor is holding pretty well. Hoser. Maybe walking forward. Get that Galahad out of extreme range into long range. Make them a little easier to hit and also do a little more damage. So yeah, Hoser's going to advance at a walking pace. Yarvik. Would like to wait. Tsubasa. Maybe get some shots on those elementals. These guys actually can jump into these woods here. That 5 small lasers. I think we'll be alright. We'll go ahead and run forward this turn. These elementals have moved, so we can... Gonna be medium range for everything except the lasers. Even the streak is gonna be medium range. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's go advance on those elementals. Princess is appalling with battle armor. Can't plan for 2+ turns in advance. Doesn't mean they're not a threat. They're still definitely worth being aware of. We'll have Earl walk forward. Yeah, Earl will walk forward this turn. Ash would like to wait on the Mongoose. Cronus, Davi would like to wait on the Mongoose. Tugyu would like to wait on the Puma. And or the Pouncer and or the Blackhawk. Petra and the Banshee would like to take on the Galahad and or the Man-O-War. The Man-O-War's in pretty rough shape on that left leg. Right leg is holding strong. The SRMs, Plan SRMs, non-streak variety, have the standard 369 movement range profile, so that's cool. Yeah, Petra will advance 2 hexes this turn. It's not evasive, but it gets us a little closer. Ash is waiting, Cronus is waiting, Stalker is waiting, Phoenix Hawk is waiting, Hunchback. Ooh, if we run forward, we could maybe land an autocannon on the Man-O-War. Yeah, we've got the armor. We are not a lightweight. We could handle a hit from the Galahad, even 2 if they're not in the same spot. Ash, the Cronus, and the Stalker. And the Phoenix Hawk, okay. They've still got the Mongoose, the Koshi, the Puma, and the Blackhawk. Let's see. Ash We'll go ahead and start pulling back. She's in really rough shape now with that left torso open. Maybe we can do something about that mongoose. Oh, the Koshi has gotten right in front of Longsword. He's going to be SRM bait. Oh yeah, that Koshi is going down this turn, I think, with the LBX and the SRMs. We just need a couple of hits on that right side. And he did turn his right side towards us. So yeah, we are going to obliterate him real quick. Trying to shield the mic from the air conditioning, which just kicked on. Okay, I think that's okay. So we can pretty much ignore the Koshi at this point. Stiletto. Or Davi. 3, 4, 5. That's short range, but it is through the woods at these guys who are still fresh. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. We can always jump back next turn. Stiletto would like to back up against the mongoose. Stalker would like, ooh. Stalker can get the pouncer in short range. Provided we can make a 6 to stand up. Or we can do a 4 if we do a careful stand, which would only be a walk, so our movement, our target numbers would actually be about the same. Yeah, we'll get up, we'll use careful stand, we're not gonna turn, we're just gonna face that way. That needs a 4. Success. Alright, the Puma has come in for the flank against the Stalker. The Blackhawk has moved as well. The Blackhawk is down to a single machine gun. Who's on the Phoenix Hawk? 0, who has Hopping Jack, so we can jump with impunity. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I say impunity, but what I mean is a reduced targeting penalty. Stiletto would very much like to get in the flank of this mongoose. Alright, Shadowcat, checking for mask failure, needs a 3, gets a 6. Shadowcat, sprinting with mask, rolls a 3, falls on his back, takes 5 to the center torso rear, leaving him with 10 structure. The Manowar, trying to get up with a busted hip actuator, needs a 6, gets a 3, falls down on his left and right torso for another 8 damage. Hurts the pilot in the fall. Martina needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets an 11. Succeeds at getting up on the second try, and then succeeds at running with a damaged hip. The Galahad, running and turning, needs a 3, gets a 4. The Stalker needs a 4, gets the 4. I'm glad I did the careful stand, otherwise that would have been a failure. And the Puma, running and turning, needs a 4, gets a 10. Alright, Hoser at the Galahad. Primary target here. We've got him on 6s and 5s, I think. 6s and 4s, nice. And we'll throw in the ER medium on a 7. We've got no targets for the, oh no, we've got the Koshi on a 7. We'll throw a medium laser at that as well. Yeah. Let's do Petra next. She is also targeting the Galahad on 7s. The Manowar on 8s. Yeah, we'll do the Manowar on 8s with everything else. Maybe skip 2 of the mediums, and we'll do the SRMs. We'll go 3 heat over for the SRMs. Let's see. Yarvik was going to take on the Galahad as well on 8s and 10s. Nope. A small pulse needs a 10 as well. Yeah, we'll do that. And a 6, and we'll do an 8. Yeah. Let's see. Earl. Earl has the Man-O-War on 6s, has the Galahad on 9s. I think that's going to be the Man-O-War. That's going to be a 6 with the LBX, an 8 with the large, 10s with the mediums. Maybe back up one of the mediums. We'll do the LRMs on a 6 and the SRMs on a 10. That puts us 3 heat over, which is fine. Actually, we should have done the Hunchback first, since that's going to be the big walloping damage. We've got him on a 4 with the autocannon. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we definitely should have led with that. 4 and a 4 with the PPC. And a 6 with the ER small. We'll keep the ER mediums quiet so that we don't, Oh, wait. Got these elementals on a 7. These elementals are shooting at us on 7s and 11s. No. A 7 with the autocannon or a 4 with the autocannon? Yeah, no, that's, oof. Do we go twice? Yeah, we'll do twice with that. 33, no. Pair of 4s and a 6. Tried the ERPPC for the Ultra Shot and the 2 ER mediums. The ER mediums do 7 each. That's almost as much as the PPC combined. Yeah, let's wreck this guy. That'll be 2 shots with the Ultra Autocannon on 4s. We don't really have the ammo to spare, but on a 4 it's just so tempting. Ash at the Mongoose at short range, which is not ideal. We'll do 2 larges and 4 mediums on 9s. We'll do Stiletto next, and she's got him on 7s, which is much better. 7s and 5s actually is a lot better. Let's see. This is Davi has these guys on a 9. Or the Man-O-War on an 8. I think the Man-O-War is in enough trouble already, so we'll take on these elementals on 9s and 11s. Tsubasa has these guys on 8s, so that'll be a pair of those. We'll go 1 heat over for that. We'll skip the medium on a 12. Let's see. Gundog at the Koshi has him on 5s. Let's go Standard Slug on a 6. And 6, and 6, and all the 6s. Actually. Auto-firing weapon? No, we'll keep that in the on setting. It has been. Yeah, we'll hold off on the anti-missile system. Stalker has the Pouncer on 8s. 8s and 10s, I believe. Has the Puma on 7s. Pouncer is definitely the bigger threat. The Puma has an ER large and an Ultra 5 and some SRMs. 6 ER mediums. Definitely the bigger threat. Carpet Thighs, hey, how's it going? Didn't see you there for a minute. We are doing fairly well. We are currently in a mission to try to rescue Star Wyvern. The objectives are less than 100% clear. Right now we've got them down to about 51% of their forces, I think it was. We had not decided yet whether we were trying to get them down to 50% or 33% or 25% or what have you. We're just kind of playing it by ear. But yeah, things are going fairly well. We've managed to spread our damage a bit. Our Stalker here is about to lose one of its arms, or both of them, I should say, depending on what kind of fire it takes this round. But we're definitely giving better than we're getting. We've got him on 8s and 10s. Well, oh, upper arm actuator is busted, so that's going to be an 11 actually. We'll do the 10, we'll skip the 11, we'll do a pair of 10s. Yeah, I like that. That works. That gives us 3 heat over on this mech. And the Phoenix Hawk into the back of the Puma on 7s. That's going to be just everything. This thing doesn't hardly overheat now with the double heat sinks, so we might as well use it while we can. Wow, we're already an hour into this. We've done, what, like 2 rounds? Okay, so the Man-O-War hits our Hunchback in the center torso, center of the chest with an LV5X and 5 SRMs, including a hit to the head. MekHQ takes his first consciousness check. He needs a 3, gets a 6. And then 4 more SRMs to the arms and legs. Down to 12 on the left arm, down to 16 on the CT and the LT, down to 18 on the RL. The Pouncer with all the ER mediums at the Stalker for 7 each to the left torso, left arm, right leg, left torso goes internal. Oh, he only fired 4 of them. Is he keeping his heat in check? Hoser on 6s and 4s and 7s. We hit the Galahad in the left torso, the right arm again. The Galahad has no more Gauss rifles. We might be able to salvage one of those, but I doubt it. The Banshee at the Galahad hits him in the left torso, hits him in the right torso, destroying it and transferring into the center torso, critting on his gyro. Galahad is going down. Maybe he'll eject. And then 3 SRMs hit the Gargoyle to the right and center torsos. The Mongoose hits the Grasshopper in the right and left torso with laser fire, down to 2 armor on the right side, down to 8 structure on the left. The Orion at the Galahad hits him in the right torso, or the right arm, which transfers to the center torso, down to 11 structure. And 15 LRMs to the left torso, critting on his gyro, critting on his Gauss rifle ammo. That hurts. And the right and left leg each take 5 as well. The Streak SRM hits him in the center torso, center torso, center torso, and left leg, critting on his engine. That and the heatsink that we destroyed earlier will have absolutely no effect. The Elementals missed Tsubasa on a 9. Earl hits the Man-O-War in the head with a large laser, forcing Martina's 3rd consciousness check, which she barely succeeds at. Needs a 7, gets a 7, and then 12 LRMs to the left and right torso and the right leg, down to 14 on that right torso, down to 6 on the left. Elementals at Tsubasa missing on a 10 with the SRMs. The Elementals at the Hunchback missing on 7s and 11s. The Hunchback at the Man-O-War hits him in the left arm and the right torso for 20 each, down to 11 structure in both of those places. That ammo is going to come at a cost, but I feel like that was worth it. And then ER medium to the right leg, ER small to the right torso for no crit. Elementals missed Tsubasa on a 10. The Grasshopper, the Mongoose, hits him in the left torso with a medium laser, hits him in the right leg with a medium laser, down to 5 and 7 in those places. The Elementals missed Tsubasa on a 10. The Cronus hits the Mongoose in the left arm, the right torso, the right leg, and the right leg again, down to 1 structure. 3 SRMs. Not to the right leg, unfortunately. The left arm critting on his upper and lower arm actuators. The right arm transferring into the right torso down to 1 armor, and the left torso down to 3 armor. The Elementals missed Tsubasa on a 10. The Cronus missing the Elementals with everything except 1 SRM, which hits Trooper number 5. He's down to 8 armor. The Elementals missed Tsubasa on a 10. The Blackjack hits Elemental. Trooper number 2 kills him. Misses with the other one. The Elementals miss Yarvik on an 8 with their SRMs. Goliath at the Koshi hits him in the right leg with the LB-10X, down to 1 structure. And on 6s, missed with an ER medium, an ER small, and 3 out of 4 SRM4s. That said, the 4 SRMs that did hit catch him in the center torso, destroying the gyro, destroying the engine, and transferring into the center torso, leaving it with 1 structure, critting on the gyro again. So yeah, there is no more Koshi. Getting in front of an 80-ton assault quad mech is suicidal when you're in a Koshi, apparently. The Puma hits the Stalker in the left arm with an ER large laser, which sucks. We're going to have to replace that arm. Transfers into the left torso. It's going to leave us with 9 structure. Ultra Autocannon 5. Oof. Hits us in the head, forcing to use second consciousness check, which he needs a 5, gets a 7. Through armor crit on the sensors. Could very, very easily have been the cockpit. And for that, I would have been like, no, we're using Edge for that. Not that we can tell MegaMek that, but a crit on the cockpit is definitely something I would have used Edge for in a tabletop game. SRMs to the center torso down to 9, SRMs to the center and right leg down to 7 and 12, Flamer to the left leg down to 9. The Stalker returns fire at the Pouncer. That is the Puma that was just doing all that damage. We hit the Pouncer in the left arm with a large laser and a medium laser. Medium laser to the left torso, medium laser to the right arm, medium laser to the left leg. 7 LRMs to the center torso down to 5 armor. Phoenix Hawk at the Puma. Hits him in the left torso with a medium laser, down to 2 armor. Small lasers to the right arm and center torso for 1 each, down to 1 and 5. Mongoose stays standing. Needs a 5, gets a 9. The Galahad, with its busted gyro, falls down, takes 5 to the center torso, and is dead from center torso destruction. Who destroyed the gyro on the Galahad? Whoever destroyed the gyro is going to get credit for the kill. Let's just all the way up. Yeah. The Man-O-War, Hunchback, the Pouncer at the Stalker, the Awesome at the Galahad. Left torso, right arm, Banshee. Right torso, gyro. Okay, so Banshee hit the gyro once. The Orion hit the Gauss ammo, hit the engine, did not destroy the gyro. Hunchback at the Man-O-War, Elementals at the Blackjack, Grasshopper at the Mongoose, Elementals at the Mongoose, Cronus at the Mongoose, excuse me. Had he already taken a gyro hit? He must have already taken a gyro hit, because I'm only seeing 1 crit this turn on his gyro. And that was, I believe that was Hoser. Or no, it was Petra. My bad. Yeah. Hoser, it looks like you got your kill stolen again by Petra this time with the hit to the gyro. Alright, Petra gets Galahad, I guess, since it died falling after the gyro hit. Let's see, the Pouncer stays standing, the Manowar barely stays standing, needs a 9, gets a 9. The Stalker needs a 6, gets a 7, the Hunchback needs a 4, gets a 7. So, that is going to put us at... Oh, we can kick the Mongoose? Yes, let's kick the Mongoose. Twice on 5s. The Phoenix Hawk will also be... Hey, no more Gauss rifles, although it would have been nice to salvage them. Yeah, well, we're going to try and salvage them. We'll see what's left. But if we're down to, say, 33%, we're definitely going to call it, because I'm expecting us to be below 50%, considering they did just lose a couple of fairly major parts of their army. Let's see, the Puma misses a kick at the Phoenix Hawk on a 7, gets a 6. The Cronus kicks the Mongoose in the right leg, which transfers into the right torso, which destroys the Mongoose by engine destruction, leaving it with 3 structure on the center torso. And the Phoenix Hawk kicks the Puma in the left leg. The Puma stays standing. The Cronus stays standing as well. But yeah, definitely getting those Gauss rifles off the field makes me very much happier. Those guys were definitely harshing my buzz. The Puma is at 2 heat, Hoser is at 4, the Yarvik is at 4, the Grasshopper is at 3 heat, the Pouncer is up to 9, Stiletto is at 3, Earl is at 3, the Stalker is up to 5, Petra is at 3, Gundog is at 1, the Phoenix Hawk is at 2, and the Hunchback is at 4. Let's see, the Shadow Cat gains 13, sinks 13, because he's got engine damage. The Black Hawk gains 7, sinks 7. The Pouncer, yeah, okay. We've won initiative going into round 11. We've got them down to 39% of their forces. Do we keep going? I'm thinking one more round. I'd like to try to take out some more of these elementals. If we could maybe salvage some elemental battle armor, that could be pretty cool. We're at 92%. They are again at 39%. And let's do at least one more round. See what happens. We'll get Hoser down here at a walking pace. Yarvik will advance in this direction, trying to bait out this elemental and the Pouncer. Ash has not taken that much more damage. Hoser doesn't want to wear elemental armor? No? You don't? Okay, well, we're not gonna make you. I mean, I thought you might want to, but if you're not down, I'm not gonna force you into it. We'll hold off on the Cronus. The Stalker needs to get the hell out of there. We'll move forward 1 hex this turn at a walk, and then maybe next turn we'll run this way. But the Puma and the Pouncer are kind of teaming up against him. Let's get Petra over here. Yeah, we'll have Petra move over there. I want the Hunchback to back off. We don't need to be using that autocannon anymore than we already have. We don't have the ammo for it. I really don't like the lack of armor, and they don't carry PPCs. Oh, of course. It's all a matter of whether or not you can get another PPC in there, isn't it? Longsword. Get you over here. Maybe take some shots at some more elementals. I'd like to destroy more squads of elementals. So far, we've taken out plenty of troopers, but a lot of these squads are still partially damaged. So what I would like to do is take out some squads so that we can salvage them instead of letting them escape. We can go 5 hexes. We can get to within 3 hexes of this guy. He's already fired his SRMs. These guys are out of ammo with their SRMs as well. So yeah, that should be a pretty safe spot for him, considering those guys have already moved. The Black Hawk. Can we get Earl to chase down the Black Hawk? I don't want that large pulse laser. I don't want that Ultra 5 as well. Earl. Yeah, we'll start moving Earl this way. He might be able to get some LRMs off on that guy. If nothing else, we can help reinforce Yarvik and the Stalker over here. Tsubasa. 4-5. Yeah, we'll just stand still, I think. We're not close enough to any of those guys for them to be a real threat. They've already moved. Let's see, Stiletto. Oh, the Pouncer is closing on the Stalker. Can we get eyes on the Pouncer from here? Through 2 woods, it looks like. Stiletto. Oh, the Man-O-War is coming after the Cronus. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll run 5 hexes. We'll get eyes on the Man-O-War. Let's see. That was the Puma. We'll walk in behind the Puma, I guess. Yeah, we'll take some rear fire shots on the Puma with the Phoenix Hawk. Alright, anything going on in the movement phase this time? Shadowcat checks for mask failure, needs a 5, gets a 7. Sprinting, or no, trying to get up at a sprint, needs a 7, gets a 6, takes 5 to the right leg. Hurts the pilot, forced consciousness check, gets a 4. Shadowcat then gets up. Shadowcat, sprinting with mask or supercharger, needs a 7, gets a 5. Falls on his right leg, critting on his lower leg and his jump jets. So that is going to be then 8s after that for sprinting. Man-O-War successfully runs and turns. The Man-O-War running with a damaged hip, needs a 6, gets a 6. The Puma running and turning on pavement 3 times, needs 3-3-3, gets a 6-5-6. Alright, let's start with the Hunchback. At the Man-O-War, we'll skip the autocannon. Actually, on a 6. That would put us at 12. That would put us at 27. Yeah, 6 and a 4. Do we want to count on this being the last turn of the match? We'll go 11. We'll go 13 heat. Actually, let's buffer that a little bit. Let's hold off on the ER small. We'll go up to 11 heat. Just in case we lose a heat sink, I don't want to risk shutting down and falling and critting on the ammo. Hoser has the Man-O-War on 6s. And it looks like that is actually going to be about the only shot we've got. So yeah, we've got the Man-O-War on 6s. We'll do the ER PPC. We'll do the 2 PPCs on 4s. We'll do the ER medium on a 6, and we'll do 1, 2. 2 mediums on 7s. That puts us 11 heat over. So yeah, we're definitely going to cook it this turn. Yarvik has the Pouncer on 7s, has the Puma on 7s. The Puma is in worse shape. He's still pretty tough. Pouncer is more of a threat. So yeah, that's gonna be a 7 and a bunch of 9s and another 9 and a 9 and a 9. Sure. Let's see. Tugyu. We're going for the Puma since we've got him on 8s versus the Pouncer on 10s. So that's going to be 8s with the larges. Oh, we've lost the left arm. I forgot. So we've got the heat sinks to fire everything. 8s and 9s. We'll skip the 15s. And that's not even going to use up all of our heat sinks. Let's see. Ash has these elementals on 11s. Has these elementals on 11s as well, I believe. These guys are heavily damaged, so I'll go ahead and take the shot at them. Oh no, that's a 13. That's not gonna work. 11, 13, 2. Yeah, we'll take a trio of 11s because that's really the only shot we've got. This Cronus, we've got him on 7s, so we'll take all of those. And we'll throw in the 11s, and we'll throw in the SRMs as well. Tsubasa has these guys on a 6, has these guys also on a 6. We'll go for the one that's already damaged. Maybe we can take out a couple of them. We'll throw in enough mediums to be 11 heat over. See if we can't finish those guys off this turn so we can salvage them. We've got these guys on 10s, we've got these guys on 9s. These guys are pretty bad off. Yeah, we'll do a 9. 13s, some 12s. Yeah, we'll do that. Earl has the Black Hawk on a 7. Now that is with narrow profile. But maybe we can land a good hit on him with a 7 or a 9 or one of these 11s. Or a 7 or an 11. We've got the medium facing, or the rear facing medium laser with a target on a 14, so that's going to be staying silent this turn. Petra has the Pouncer on 10s, has the Puma on 8s. Yeah, let's go for the Puma. It's going to be an 8, another 8, bunch of 10s. And we'll go 12 heat over on 10s. Gundog at these elementals, we've got him on 9s, we've got this one on 9s as well. This one is already pretty damaged, so we'll be doing an 8 and a 9 and a bunch of 11s. And the Phoenix Hawk finally at the Puma on 5s. That's going to be literally everything, and that's going to cool us back down. Alright, let's see if we can get him down to 33% this turn. We might get lucky. We might be able to salvage some elemental battle armors. Manowar hits the Hunchback in the right arm and the head with LBX fire. Bendik Machuski takes his second hit. Needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets a 7. And 2 SRMs to the left leg and left torso. The Pouncer hits the Stalker in the right torso, the right leg, the right arm. Right arm is down to 3 structure, and the left leg is down to 2 armor. The Hunchback hits the Man-O-War in the center torso with both the Ultra Autocannon 20 and the ER PPC. That is 35 points out of his chest in a moment. ER medium laser to the left arm. Hoser at the Man-O-War hits him in the right leg, right arm, the left leg, the right torso. Blows off the right arm, transfers to the center torso, crits on his gyro and his engine, and that is a kill for Hoser. Nice. The Elementals land 3 SRMs on Tsubasa's left torso, right arm, and center torso. The Orion hits the Pouncer in the left leg with an LB-10X down to 8 structure. The Stalker at the Puma hits him in the right leg, critting on his lower leg for 4 damage down to 7 structure. Yeah, kaboom. That was an engine kill, so that actually... We don't have a replacement right torso. But hear me out. With the way our salvage is looking right now, we could actually pull pretty much everything off of this field. We can get the gargoyle. We can repair the center torso. We can repair the left leg. This could be an interesting salvage operation. The Orion at the Pouncer hits him in the left leg with the LBX down to 8 structure. Missed with everything else. The Stalker at the Puma hits him in the right leg for 4, down to 7 structure, and critting on his lower leg. Medium laser to the right torso, times 2 when glancing. Leaves him with 6 structure. The Elementals missing the Cronus on 9s. The Grasshopper misses the Elementals on 11s. Cronus lands a medium laser on Elemental number 1, down to 5 armor. And 2 SRMs to Troopers 1 and 5, down to 3 and 6 armor there. Tsubasa hits the Elementals number 5, takes a large and a medium. He is dead. Trooper 4 takes a large, down to 2 armor. And a medium laser to Trooper 3 kills him. The Cronus misses the Man-O-War and the Elementals with everything. The Atlas misses the Blackhawk with everything but 16 LRMs, critting on his left, or destroying his left torso and destroying the Blackhawk by engine destruction, leaving it with 8 internal structure on the CT and critting on the engine again. Petra misses the Puma with everything except a pair of medium lasers to the right leg, down to 3 structure. The Puma at the Stalker hits him in the center torso. With the ER large down to 24 structure. Yeah, mech's blowing up all over. Yeah, this is definitely going to be the last round. I think we've got them down to 33%. Oh. And an SRM to the center torso takes out the Stalker's engine. We should be able to repair that, but he is down and out now. At least he's not going to take falling damage. The Goliath at the Elemental on 8s, 9s, and 11s misses with everything. The Phoenix Hawk at the Puma hits him in the left torso rear with the large laser, crits on his engine, and his Streak SRM-2 ammo, which honestly I was kind of hoping to save. Orlando takes 2 hits, his first and second. He needs a 3 and a 5, gets an 8 and a 9. Auto eject is engaged. Destroyed by ejection, 176 to the left torso, remaining 172 prevented by case. Right torso rear takes another 5. Small laser to the center torso rear. Small laser to the head. Orlando has ejected, so no damage is dealt. Nobody has a chance to fall down this turn. We're not going to step on the pilot as much as we would like to. It's unfortunate we couldn't kick the Pouncer. We didn't finish off any Elemental squads, which makes me a little sad. I don't know the first thing about repairing battle armor, and come to think of it, neither do my techs. Okay, Hoser's at 11 heat, Yarvik is at 4, the Grasshopper is at 3, Blackjack is at 12, Banshee is at 12, Hunchback is at 11, Atlas is at 9. Everyone is just super hot right now. Orlando got picked up by the Phoenix Hawk. Okay. And if we're down below 33%, we're just going to go ahead and call it. Even if we're not. Yeah, we're down to 25%, so that was a very good turn for us. Yeah, let's go ahead and say victory. And there's no artillery, so nothing is going to happen this turn. As always, we are going to save the salvage. Oh, excuse me. And with half an hour left in the stream... Hey, you guys. Everyone has a chance to cool down. Yes, we saved salvage. And we are going to salvage literally everything off of this battlefield, except maybe like the mongoose. The mongoose die? Forget. Yes. Save and done. Yes, we controlled the battlefield. Hang on one sec. Hey. Honey. Sorry, the cat and the kittens were getting into a little bit of a scrape. The stalker is not a total loss. Why would the stalker be a total loss? It didn't have an ammo explosion. We controlled the battlefield. Yeah, it lost its left arm. Its right arm is pretty busted up. It's got basically no armor except on its back. The sensors are crit out, but it's not a total loss. And the thing was still walking. The grasshopper took some heavy damage. Internal on the left torso and the right arm. We've got an actuator to replace. The hunchback took some heavy damage, mainly a head hit, but it's all just armor. Atlas took moderate damage. It almost lost its left leg, but we'll be able to repair that, and the rest is all just armor. How much armor do we have in storage? That's a good question. Let's see. Bendik took 2 hits. He is... Well... We don't know what his damage is going to be just yet. Tugyu also took 2 damage. Why is he MIA? No, Tugyu took 2 hits, but he is fine. He walked off that field. The Galahad goes to Petra, so that is 1 kill for Greenfield, 1 kill for Stiletto, 1 kill for Yarvik, 1 for Zero Chu, 1 for Earl, 1 for Petra, 1 for Machuski, and 2 for Hoser. All things considered, that was a cakewalk. I don't know. I've got a stalker that would beg to differ. I've got a grasshopper that would beg to differ. The Atlas was also in pretty rough shape. We will call that just a victory, I suppose. And that does mean that in our personnel, we can go to missing in action. Wait. Vernitte's MIA? Anyway. Yeah, we got French back. So we can change status to active. We call that a victory. We've got some repairs. We've got a significant number of repairs. Yeah, I don't know why it wanted to call this one a total loss. Or why it wanted to leave Tugyu as MIA. That's really weird. In the infirmary, we've got Wyvern with some damage. We've got Tugyu with some cuts and a bruise. We've got Machuski with some cuts and a laceration. Don't know why they differentiate between cuts and laceration. I thought they were basically the same thing, but what do I know? Oh, wait. Did it give us a chance to salvage anything? Did I tell it we didn't control the battlefield? Is that what happened? What happened? I thought I told it we controlled the battlefield. Did we not get any salvage? Oh, I'm gonna be so upset if we didn't get any salvage. I really wanted that stuff. We're at 34% of our salvage max. We're looking at picking up probably 30 or 40 million C-bills worth of cash for the salvage that we didn't take. I was really wanting to get some more clan tech. That is kind of a bummer. I'm gonna have to review the footage and see what button I pressed, because I could have sworn I said yes, we controlled the battlefield. And that means that we should have gotten salvage. Tugu would not have been a total loss. I'll have to check on that. In the meantime, Ben, you're an internal specialist. You're also a weapon and armor specialist. We can actually have Edeborg and do this left torso real quick. Actually, Ben, let's go ahead and knock out this left torso real quick. Edeborg is gonna have to spend a significant amount of time on this right arm. That's fine. We can spend today and tomorrow on that. We're in the transport bay, so even if we take off and go into outer space and start heading towards another planet, we should be able to continue working on these guys in the transport bays. So we'll go ahead and fix that. Let's see, the engine, which did take 3 hits, we can have Elena. Elena's a weapon specialist and an armor specialist. Internal, we've got Edborg and Ben, and they're both pretty well occupied. Ben mainly doing maintenance, but he can get started on this engine on a 4. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll have Yasrudin, since we don't have any clan tech to be working on, we'll have Yasrudin doing actuators and stuff. Trying to earn up some XP. Do we have any other actuators? Yeah, we've got this actuator. Oh, that needs to be repaired. That's going to be kind of a veteran job. Yeah, we'll have Inosito do that. The Hunchback didn't lose any actuators. The Atlas didn't lose any actuators. Okay, so let's see. Armor specialists. We've got Elena, Veronica, Jamel, Guillaume, Tamalika, and Ben. Elena. Yeah, let's go ahead and start knocking out these armors. On like 4s and 1s and 3s. We'll have Shoyab doing ammo. So we've got some SRM ammo, we've got cluster ammo for the AC-10. Where'd Shoyab go? Is alright, SRM-6 ammo, no problem. LB-10X, LB-10X cluster. Shoyab, so that's going to be 60 minutes left on you, and it's going to be 45 minutes left. Okay, and 1 and 2 and 3. We're going to have Monroe pick up where you left off with these other 2 reloads. We're going to have, let's see, that's 30, 60, 75 more minutes. We'll have we'll have Ethan, maybe. Yeah, we'll have Ethan take over on the reloading. The Hunchback 2C, yes, we want to reload those 4 shots. We've got 8 left. Grasshopper doesn't have any ammo. The Stalker does, but the Stalker... let's see. Alright. Only 1 ammo bin needing to be refilled. The other needs to be replaced. We'll have Elena doing armor. On like 2s and 4s. And gaining XP doing it, which is lovely. The Grasshopper is going to be mainly armor damage as well. Yeah, the Grasshopper is actually in pretty good shape as far as quality of parts goes. Easy to repair, armor specialist, things like that are all conspiring to make this a bit easier. 63 minutes left. This is going to be 23, so that's 40 minutes left. So that's 27. Do we have a 12-minute job for her? Got a 4-minute job for her. Do we have an 8-minute job? Got a 5-minute job, which is worth another XP. Let's see. Who needs the XP? Chris, maybe? Chris is a weapon specialist, so we should actually be working on the Stalker, I think. Now we'll salvage the LRM5s. And then we can have Edeborg replace the left arm, or... yeah, it's gonna have to be Edeborg because it's not gonna be Ben. Actually, it's a standard old left arm. We can have Fred Modry do that. The sensors... We'll have... No, not Chris. Penny. Start on the sensors. We'll have... I guess Penny can do the center torso and the right torso. The battle armor was a little sluggish. Yeah, didn't really advance on us to the extent that I was expecting them to. It could have definitely been more of a threat, but honestly, I'm not mad. Armor. Elena, Veronica, Jamel, Guillaume, Tamalika, and Ben. There's Guillaume. Yeah, we'll do that on 5. Oh, no. No, another 3. Dang. And a 4, finally. That gives us 29 minutes. That gives us 15 minutes. That gives us 10 minutes. We'll have Loney do that. The left leg is going to be kind of a big job. We'll have Chris get started. No, not Chris. Loney? Loney is not on the list at all. Yeah, Loney can get started on that. We can knock that out before tomorrow. The Grasshopper needs a double heat sink. We'll have Janet. No, Jamil is an armor specialist. Okay. So we'll have Janet do the double heat sink. We'll have Chris knock out the right arm. and the left torso. Oh, we're already down to 13 armor in storage. Jeez. Armor standard 13 points. Let's buy about 15 lots. Okay. So yeah, we are about out of armor. That's gonna be a problem. Now it's being worked on. This we can do. We can have Penny do that real quick. The Blackjack only took some SRMs, looks like. We'll have Yasrudin take some cracks at that. Gain some XP. The Orion doesn't have enough armor. The Atlas is in progress. The Stalker is in progress. Okay. Yeah, lots of armor buying time. Yeah, 15 5-ton lots, I believe it is. So that's what, 75 tons? That's 75 times 16 is 750 plus what, 450? Something like that. Yeah, like 1100 points of armor coming in. We'll be fine. So that is the infirmary taken care of. That is the repair bay in progress. The warehouse. We've got an LRM5 that needs to be fixed. We can have, where's Doodles? I want Doodles to gain the XP for that. There he is. He needs a 1. Needs a 1 again. He didn't gain an XP from that, did he? He did not, no. So the warehouse is all set. The hangar, we can assign pilot Wyvern. Personnel. $130, $30, $50. Skalevoll security duty. You guys want to do another mission to get Vernitte back? I would Harry van den Uden also went missing on the 30th. Yeah, we've got 2 more pilots that we could go and rescue. That I would very much like to go and rescue, especially Vernitte. She's one of our founders. She's one of our best pilots with all these special abilities. Yeah, I think before we leave Skalevoll, we're gonna try to get Vernitte back. I do not want to leave her stranded on this planet without us. In the TO&E, we can replace Alan Davy and the Cronus Mark II. Let's go ahead and pull you out. We'll replace you with Wyvern. Actually, no. Let's not do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep Aleutian Lance down to the mediums. Tonga Lance. Yeah, Galatea? Where's the other grasshopper? Victor Rama. Yeah, let's go ahead and take him out. I think this is what we looked like before. Near enough. Yeah, this contract might be over today, but we are not leaving until we get Vernitte. We can discuss on Discord how we want to go about doing that. We could do another big battle if you want. But yeah, she's one of our founders, and I do not want to leave her behind. We'll go back to active personnel. Let's check the XPs. Alright, so, none of our elites are ready. Have, 40 XP or more. Fred Jones is up to 25 XP. We were saving up for tactics, his third point, which is going to be another 5 XP. Scrolling down to the veterans, we've got Moulanju, who's 4 points away from becoming an elite HR admin. We've got Asta Popmeyer, who is 6 points away from being an elite admin transport. Scrolling down, we've got Kurti Thandre is still 1 point away from becoming a veteran mechanic. We've got Kazuko and Denise are 2 points away from becoming veteran mech techs. And as far as the greens, we've got Marek Menahov, who is 1 point away from being a regular mech warrior. Ultra greens, we've got, we've only got 1 ultra green. Huh. I don't remember recruiting you on Dramini 4, or 6, excuse me. But we do have some dependents that have some XP. 25, 29, 26, 35, 26. I'm just checking the ages, make sure we don't have any babies. Okay, Chwaka Hutchison is almost ready to spend 10 XP on something at the age of 0. Robin Kyung is 2 points away from spending 10 XP on something, has age 0 dependent. Okay, so enough screwing around with the XP. We don't have enough to spend on anything, but we are definitely not leaving this planet yet. I would like Wyvern... Oh, he's got a broken collarbone. He's going to be out of action for a little bit. That's unfortunate, and that is actually not giving him any penalties. Alright, what else can I do in the next 10 or so minutes before we bounce out for the night? We've got 2 broken backs, Tugyu and Bendik. You guys can be XP farm for Maru. Yeah. Let's see, the repair bay, there's nothing else we can do, I want to say. Task suspended. Okay, I was wondering what would happen. Okay, well, once we get some armor in, that'll be fine. Man, I can't believe we ran out of armor already. I thought we had plenty. What do we have as far as clan stuff? We've got some XL engines. We've got an active probe. An AMS, and some ammo for it. Battle armor. Armor, we've got some ferrofibrous armor, 2 Artemis 4s, 7 double heat sinks, 3 ER mediums, 17 ER smalls, 18 if you include this one. Large pulse laser, a couple of LRM 20s with a little bit of ammo for them. A fair number of parts, a couple medium pulse lasers. A Streak SRM2 with 100 shots, a Streak SRM4 with 22 shots, a pair of Ultra 10s with 9 shots. We're holding on to 3 Autocannon 20 Ultras, Clan Tech, but we only have 8 shots of ammunition for them. That's ridiculous. And that is it for our Clan Tech stuff. Let's see. So just Tugu and Bendik, and Tugu is not that badly hurt. Yeah, Tugu is going to be out for about 2 days. Bendik is going to be out for about a week. Fred French, with his broken collarbone, is going to be out for about 3 weeks, which is going to be fine. We just can't have him, you know, getting hurt any worse. With 4 edge, with 1 edge, with 2 edge. Wayne Henshaw's 1 point away from 20. Scarponi is 3 points away from 20. So yeah, I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna call it just a little bit early. Oh, not the tester boys. We're gonna call that part 3. And I think this is where we're going to call it. So I do appreciate you guys joining me. I look forward to hearing what you think we should do about Vernitte in the next couple of days. Let's go back to MIA. Vernitte went missing, geez, 2 months ago. So yeah, this is where we're going to call it. The game is saved. Thank you all for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. Gribbly, was great having you. Varank, of course. Carpathice. Thanks for joining us. If Mr. McGorilla was able to make it at any point, I hope you also had a good time. If not, I hope you're catching this on YouTube. So yeah, until next week, have a good one, and we will see you then. Take care.